During the road drive portion of your CDL test, you will need to talk about all potential hazards and driving decisions to the examiner. As we approach the red light, we stop and leave about one small car length of space in front of the vehicle. We do that in the event that the car in front of us breaks down. We have enough room to go around them without backing up. As we are sitting at the intersection, we are scanning for potential hazards, including pedestrians, cyclists, and other hazards. As we approach the intersection, we do a head check. Check both directions, left, right, left, to make sure no vehicles are running the traffic light. There are pedestrians on the sidewalk and a pickup truck that appears to be trying to enter the roadway. Looking ahead, we see a crosswalk, and now the flashing warning lights are flashing, indicating that a pedestrian is trying to cross the roadway. We must slow down or stop and let the pedestrian fully cross before proceeding. There is a pedestrian heading towards the crosswalk. We are anticipating that they will start to cross. This pedestrian has stopped and is not in the crosswalk. Because they are on the sidewalk and not in the crosswalk, we can proceed with caution. Looking ahead, we see a stale green light. A stale green light means that the light has been green from the first moment we saw it. That increases the probability that it will turn red before we approach it. And it turned red as anticipated. As we sit at the light waiting for traffic to clear, we will scan the intersection for hazards. As we make this turn, we will hug the outside and check our driver's side mirror to make sure we have enough room to clear the intersection. As we approach this red light, our turn signal is on, and we are looking for pedestrians and any other road hazard. We will stop before the white line painted on the roadway. While we sit here, we will continue to watch for pedestrians and other potential hazards. We will be making a left-hand turn. Before we proceed, we will do a head check and look to the left, right, and then left again. Once we start making the turn, we will be looking in the driver's side mirror to watch our off-tracking and to make sure our trailer clears any cars. We will make the turn to the left lane, and then, as a slow-moving commercial vehicle, we will signal and move over to the right lane when safe. We are approaching an overhead obstruction, but it is unmarked and not posted, so we know it is good for at least 14 feet. There is a McDonald's, so we are anticipating cars entering and exiting the facility. The crosswalk is clear. There is a pedestrian on both the right and left sidewalk. We are approaching a school zone. It is a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit. School days, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. We will adjust our speed accordingly. We will be checking the crosswalks, looking for kids, students, and any pedestrian traffic. We will also be looking for crossing guards. Whenever we drive through an area like this, we exercise extreme caution. End school speed limit. Once we pass the 30-mile-an-hour sign, we may resume normal speed. School, crosswalk ahead. We are in the right lane because we are taking the right-hand exit. However, there is a hazard, a parked vehicle on the side of the road. We will put on our left turn signal and move over one lane to the left when safe. Once we clear the vehicle, we will turn on our right signal and move back over to the right lane. We are taking this exit ramp. Ramp speed 20 miles per hour. The crosswalk is clear. We will hug the outside yellow line and check the off-tracking in our passenger side mirror. We are entering a 55 mile per hour speed limit zone. We are going to merge one lane to the left when safe. We will indicate our intent with our turn signal. We are going over a bridge that is not posted or marked, so we know that it is good for at least 80,000 pounds. It is critical that we maintain a safe following distance. That sign we are passing indicates that there is merging traffic from the right. There is another unmarked bridge that we know is good for at least 80,000 pounds. We will be watching for more emerging traffic from the right. We are taking this right-hand exit for 434 Vestal ahead. We will signal our intent and make sure the lane is clear before merging. The ramp speed is 25 miles per hour. We are in a commercial motor vehicle, so it is okay if we go slower than the posted speed limit. We will be taking the right-hand exit and staying in the right-hand lane. We will be checking our off tracking in our mirrors. Looking ahead, there is a crosswalk. As we approach this intersection, we check our crosswalk, which is clear. We do not have a yield sign, so we can stay in our lane and proceed straight. Looking ahead, the overhead is not marked or posted, so we know that it is good for at least 14 feet. There is a pedestrian crosswalk ahead. The crosswalk is clear. There is a yield sign, so at this intersection, if the oncoming cars had the turn arrow, we would yield to them, but in this case, they do not, so we will proceed. As we approach the bend in the road, we see a 30-mile-an-hour curve ahead. We will hug the outside yellow line and watch our off tracking in the passenger side mirror. When safe, we will merge over one lane to the left. We are approaching an unmarked bridge. It's not posted, so we know that it is good for at least 80,000 pounds. The speed limit is 55 miles per hour. We are watching for merging traffic from the right. Another unmarked bridge. It's not posted, so we know that it is good for at least 80,000 pounds. We are watching for emerging traffic from the right and another unmarked bridge. Because it is not posted, we know that it is good for at least 80,000 pounds. There is a 30 mile per hour speed limit ahead sign. That gives us time to decrease speed and slow down to 30 miles per hour before the actual speed limit sign. There is an unmarked overhead. Because it is not posted, we know that it is good for at least 80,000 pounds. 30-mile-an-hour speed limit sign. There is a stale green light. We are anticipating the light to turn red. We are going to stop before the white stop line. We will be looking for pedestrians and other hazards. There is someone in the crosswalk. Even if the light turns green, we will not proceed until the person has completely cleared the roadway. We will do a head check before we enter the intersection to make sure there are no red light runners or other hazards. Railway crossings. You must be in the rightmost lane. Approach cautiously with your windows down and all distractions turned off. Do not stop unless you are carrying hazmat, passengers, or if a train is coming. Look and listen as you approach. Cross and clear the train tracks. Do not shift or stop on the tracks. Make sure that there is enough space for your whole vehicle to cross the tracks. If you must stop before the tracks, stop within 15 and 50 feet of the tracks. For an emergency stop or a stop start, put your turn signal on, move to the side of the road until your whole vehicle is off the road, turn on your hazard lights, set your parking brake, and go to neutral. Tell the examiner that you would set out your reflective triangles if you were to be stopped for more than 10 minutes.